Hey there, my fellow ironworkers, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to The Last Plague Blight, Episode 11, Working for a Hearth. While I've been out here, I'm also collecting like chamomile so that I can heal myself. And blueberries so I can fill up, because my food's a little low. I have jerky back in the base, which I'm sure is like decayed into nothing by now. Because I've been ignoring it. I keep forgetting that I have jerky. Glitch, thanks for bits again. This game, by the way, wasn't officially Glitch's idea for the marathon. So for those that don't know, the way the selection... Oh, coyotes. The way this... Oh, more coyotes. So there's 6 coyotes on my map right now. There's 3 here and 3 over there. Maybe they're rival gangs, like sharks and jets. Maybe they're gonna pull out bronze knives and start fighting each other. So the way the game selections work is, generally speaking, it's not a hard, fast rule, but this is how I've run it the last, I don't know, year or so. My Patreon patrons will suggest games for me to play, and either I'll pick my favorite of those suggestions, or they'll vote for their favorites. And this game was suggested by both Glitch and someone else on my Patreon page, which is why I ended up playing it. Where am I? Oh, I'm along this river now. So I'm somewhere on that river. I just don't have a good way to cross without getting my tools wet. So let's try to put the tools in the backpack and cross fast. Poor rusty tools. Nope, got wet. Rusty, rust. Ooh, that's a lot of dandelions. But I'm trying to save all my room, the remaining room that I have open, for iron and copper and tin. So I think it's one more ridgeline up that had the cave. And now that I have a pick on me, I can actually start mining. Blood Mess, thanks for the bits too. Okay, I see the ridgeline just north of me. Cheers. One thing that I could have done and didn't is, in that cabin, I found a glass bottle. What I could be doing with the glass bottle and haven't yet is I could pour water into the glass bottle for hydration while I'm out of the base. Generally, I'm not like out of the base long enough that I need to hydrate between trips out here, which is why I haven't filled that glass bottle with anything. And there's also a water skin that you can make out of leather and plant rope. Same exact idea. It even holds more liquid. So the glass bottle holds 200 milliliters, and the water skin holds 300. So at some point I should probably make a water skin. Makes sense. And you can also fill it with any liquid. So you can fill it with like energy drink or healing or, you know, whatever. It's not perfectly watertight, so there will be some leakage and spoilage. But it's pretty watertight. There's no true watertight anything in this game. Everything eventually evaporates a little bit at a time. So if I'm not mistaken, this cave didn't have copper in it. But I can at least get some more iron. Very, very slowly. As my tool is 2%. This might not be worth my time. How much iron did I have in the bloomery already if I run 1 bloom? Five? And I think it does, what, 6 at once? Is it 6 or 8 at once? I forget. Hey, Blood Mess, thanks for the gifted subs too. 6 at once? All right, so I think what I'll do is at the end of this, I'll stop mining this thing. Just collect the iron that I have and look for copper. And I don't believe that this cave had copper in it. I, like, checked pretty good. I like how I can x-ray it. Because there's cassiterite. Oh, there's loose iron down there, too. Oh, this is the suicide cave. You know what? I am going to test a theory out. So I'm going to save the game for the first time ever. So that I can save scum if I can't get back out, I think is fair. If I don't think I can get out of here, which is why I saved ahead of time. There is some weird cave generations that, like, you're just stuck. So I fell to my doom just now, but because I have a save file, it should be fine. I think if you got stuck down here, if you die, you respawn, like, elsewhere. But realistically, you would just revert your save. Yeah, I don't think I can climb back out of here. It's like... it's a ledge here, and there's no way to get to it. So... it confirms my theory that this cave was just a suicide cave. Can you clear blight zones out of the game? I don't want to answer that. It'd be a spoiler, wouldn't it? Is the world randomly generated? It is. So I am looking for... is running around in caves dangerous? Generally, no. They don't usually generate with hostiles inside. Even though you know, bears is what you would expect to find. I've never seen a bear in a cave. I guess it's not winter and they're not hibernating. Back to the struggle bus of... oh, hello, wolf. The struggle bus of trying to find copper in what seems to be a copper barren wasteland. Looks like there's a bit of stony outcropping right up here. What are hostiles in the game? Creatures that want to kill you. Wolves, bears, coyotes. The Blight. Blight's pretty hostile too. I mean, it's not a person, but it sure as hell kills you. If you're wondering, little spoiler, if I tried to run into a Blight cloud, I'd have maybe 60 seconds before it just killed me. It doesn't mess around. It's not like, oh, it's gradually accumulating in your system. No, it's like straight up touching the elephant's foot. Like, do not go into Blight clouds. You'll just die. Oh, that's a bear. And another bear. Yeah. So if you're like, oh man, that cabin is just a little bit into the Blight cloud, I'll just dip my toe in there and loot the cabin. No. No. Don't do that. You'll be a very polluted, nasty corpse very quickly. Where were the, you know what I should have done? Instead of, like, wandering around, I should have tried to backtrack to the caves I found that had, copper nodes in them. Because I'm not doing that right now. So the first cave I hit here... oh, and the followers of the Divine Flame are actually not that far from me. They are in a randomly generated location, too, and they... sometimes it generates pretty far from you, but not this time. It's pretty close, which is... very convenient. Alright, chat. I need your help. Spot green rocks. Because I'm struggling here. Let's go up this hillside. Maybe there's some copper this way. Well, it depends on the types of bears. In real life, if it's a black bear and you're not near its cub, raise your arms and yell. That's usually enough. Black bears are not really hankering for a fight. Grizzlies and polars, that's a very different matter. But like black bears, sun bears, panda bears, leave them alone and they'll leave you alone for the most part. It depends if they think you're threatening their young. That changes things a bit, understandably. But yeah, with grizzlies, that's a different matter. And that's true in this game too. The black bears in this game can be scared away with fire and stuff. The grizzlies, not so much. They will just straight up kill you. You just have to run for your life. Luckily, unlike in real life where grizzly bears run at like 40 miles an hour, faster than Usain Bolt, in this game, you can outrun them. So, do it. And pray that you have the stamina bar to do it. One of the things that I've been doing that is not necessarily wise is I've been like running my stamina bar ragged. So if I did happen upon a black bear, I would not be able to outrun it. Alright, it looks like maybe this next rocky outcrop. I'm feeling lucky. Please, game, please. I think that's cassiterite. Yeah, that's cassiterite over there. It's a little bit darker than normal rocks, so you can kind of tell from a distance. I don't think I really need that much tin. Oh, copper-rich rock right over here. Damn. Nice. And 2 pieces of copper ore on the ground, too. That's very nice. The other nice thing is when you're time accelerating like this, if something hostile wanders close to you, time slows down before it aggroes. So, because I'm burning through my entire stamina bar, if like a bear wandered up, I would get a chance to disengage before it attacked me, usually. The copper also drops other things other than copper. So it's dropping small stones and these blue crystal pieces, which, you know, if you don't know what it is, it's probably worth collecting. General rule of thumb. It's better to have something and not need it than need it and not have it. So I don't want to say what it is. I know personally, having played the game, but I'm not going to ruin it. But just collect everything if you don't know what it is. The only things not to collect, pebbles. Yeah, you don't need pebbles. I'll spoil that much. Can you time accelerate when you're in co-op? I doubt it. I think that would violate some, like, laws of the universe. But I don't know. I have never played multiplayer. They should make slingshots? That'd be cool. You can still throw rocks. I find it easier to, like, fully mine out the node to make it easier to collect than try to, like, fish things out of the node. And I don't want to have to come back here twice. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get enough bronze material making to just be done with bronze. For the most part. Alright, this should be the last of it. Yeah, there we go. So I'm going to pick up everything and then discard the things I don't want rather than have to filter through them now. So I know I'm going to be picking up a lot of, like, random stones. It's just because they're in the way. Dastardly Dave. Release the Dave. There's a reference. Do you guys know what I'm referencing? But thank you for the gifted sub. You are too kind. All of you are too kind. If you're wondering, these monthly marathons are definitely a channel fundraiser, and I appreciate all the support. Not to say that you have to. If you don't have the financial means, by all means, do not gift or cheer. Only if you can afford it. I kind of wish that small stones didn't look like copper. Because they're... I mean, I could tell them apart, but they definitely look pretty similar. In a way that... Oh, there's another copper rock right there. But... I'll get a little bit of the cassiterite because you need an 4-to-1 ratio of tin to copper to make proper bronze. And I have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 89 pieces of copper and 16 pieces of bronze on me right now. Because each nugget of copper is 10. So 10, 20, 30, so on and so forth. You get it. Nice. I got 2 full pieces of tin ore. That's plenty. I might not fully mine out this copper-rich rock, just because this is going to take ages to do. My pick is 100% worn out, meaning its mining damage is barely any at all. Right, like a freshly forged pick would slice through this node like nobody's business, but as weapons wear out, they're far less effective. There's Valerian too. So a little spoiler about Valerian. It's useless. Valerian makes nighttime tea, sleepy tea. So it makes you sleepy. I have no use for that. But that's the only thing that you use Valerian in. Valerian root. Whereas ginseng is the opposite. It's wake-up tea. Let's say that's enough. Can tools break to the point where you can't use it anymore? Depends on the tool. Metal tools, no. Wooden tools, yes. So like my flint chisel blade, if I wore it out, it would just disappear. Because you can't, like, repair non-metal stuff. But metal stuff, you can repair or melt down and reforge. So it wouldn't wear it out to nothing. So it depends on the tool. So like my wooden shovel, if I used it enough, it would just disappear. Alright, I feel like I have a pretty good amount of material. I wouldn't mind... Well, yeah, let's go back and make some nails and make that, the hearth forge. The hearth furnace. So I should be heading south. Wow, I am thirsty. Holy moly. Alright, I'll be stopping at blueberries to try to fill up some of my thirst on my way back. So the garlic, there is no garlic sausage. Sausage isn't made with garlic in this game. Oh, there's another copper. So now that I don't need it, I'm going to find it everywhere. Oh, and tin, too. Oh, come on. Use your legs. There we go. But yeah, definitely going to pick up the loose stuff. The stuff I don't have to work for so hard. Getting a bit thirsty. Yeah, I know. Oh, even more cassiterite over here. Although it may sound frighteningly obvious, be very careful running around in your inventory, because it's very easy to just, like, wander into a deadly bear or something. Let's just say I'm speaking from experience. And on my way home, I'm gonna try to fill the rest of my inventory up with just like long sticks and dogbane to save myself from having to get it later. Because it's not that late in the day. And I'm not gonna die of dehydration. I'm gonna get home thirsty, but not dead. Well, unless something else kills me. So you may have noticed the background the background blight. These pine cones are like 6% blighted. They started off at about 1 or 2%. And it's roughly about 1% per day. So as the time progresses, everything gets blighted about 1% more per day on average. Which means everything that you forage or hunt is worse for you over time. Which pushes you to start farming. Or decontaminating your food once you know how. Can you mark locations to return to? You can, if you know where you are. It depends on your game settings. On my current game settings, I have to use my compass. So like right now, I'm like maybe around here or here. I'm not exactly sure. So I could mark stuff down on the map, but am I here? I have no idea, right? There is a game setting where you get like GPS markers, so you know exactly where you are at all times, but I'm not playing with that unrealistic X-ray or GPS setting of the game. So I'm out of space for long sticks. Oh, so I'm along the road here. So that's a pretty good indicator of where I am in relation to the rest of the world. So I'll be able to figure it out in a minute. So if you're wondering where I am, oh, you know what? I'm probably here. Because if I found a road and I didn't have to cross a river, I'd be here. But I'm here, so I need to be going further west. So I need to go this way to get home. You understand the reasoning, right? If I hit the road before the river, I'm east. If I hit the river before the road, I'm west. And I need to go more west. Alright, inventory's full, except for one slot, so I don't need to pick anything up. So if I run along this road, I should hit a blighted town. And that blighted town would be Kincardine. And I'll have to circumnavigate the blighted town. I haven't really showed you blighted towns yet, so I might as well just run along the road until I hit the blighted town as a way to show it off. Because you'll see, yeah, it's here. So these blighted, see the blighted clouds, how they're way more vertical than normal? That is a blight that is just a death cloud. So this is like death cloud blight. Basically impassable. Or totally impassable. And the game even tells you, like, there's just not a way for you to ever get in there. So this is like the outskirts of Kincardine that fell to the blight. I haven't seen any houses in there yet. Oh yeah, there's one. Right there. So these are the buildings of Kincardine that fell to the blight. I kind of need to be like watching where I'm walking because it'd be very easy to just like wander straight up into a bear or wolf, but yeah. I can't really show off more of the town because getting any closer I'm dead. Yeah, you can see some buildings there. Meaning, if I'm facing east, I'm standing right here. Which means, standing right there, here's the river. See? All lines up. So yeah, you need to flex some navigation muscles to be able to make it in this world. But it's not so bad, if you get used to it. So now I'm fording the river just west of Kincardine, right about there. And now to go home, I just basically go straight south, all the way back home. And if I hit another river, I need to go, you know, east. There's probably no way for me to go around the lake. I'd see it. It's one of the reasons why I like to live near lakes, is they're very easy to spot in the distance. Not actually so much in thick forests, but in open plains, it's really easy to spot lakes, so that you know if you've gone too far. Yeah, I'm getting pretty dehydrated. So given that I'm still soaked too. I cannot wait to get home to drink some lovely water. Can you drink Cure and run into blighted areas? No. The Cure, I've already drank Cure before, so I can share this pretty freely. The Cure removes, like, half a blight per minute. Blighted areas will blight you at, like, 5 a minute. So the math just doesn't add up. You get blighted, like, 10 times faster than you get cured. So, no, you can't just, like, out-drink the blight. Not only that, but the Cure hurts you, too. In fact, I would venture a guess and say, if you drank Cure and ran into a blighted area, you would die faster than if you just ran into the blighted area on its own. Because the Cure will hurt you twice as fast as it cures you. So, it's just a faster way of committing suicide, in other words. So here's the cabin that I live near. Which will have a bunch of planks in it once I approach. Unless I'm totally not where I think I am. Nope, yep, full planks. Yep, this is the cabin just north of my home. And Kanath, thank you for the resub. Cheers. Alright, I need to take a breather. Because... oh, you know what I could have done? I could have dropped my improvised spears for more room. I don't like leaving a bunch of improvised spears, like, littering the countryside. I like to burn them up. Leave no trace. I don't know. Just... let's call it digital OCD of me. So, I'm standing about here, right now. Along this road. I think this section right here is this section. Meaning I am right there on the map. So if I go south-southeast, I'll go straight home this way. Nope, a little bit more east. Because this is the river that runs into the lake. But this is a really good indicator of, like, wherever you pick your base, don't just consider natural resources, also consider how easy it is to find if you're playing on realistic map mode. Oh, there's a bunch of coyotes. Because if you... I mentioned this before, but if you settle, like, in the middle of an open plain with no, like, geological features around you, trying to find your way back is going to suck. Can you fish in the game? No, not yet. Look at me, I'm cleaning up my old spears that I hucked at coyotes. And here's home. Ta-da! Huh, fire's still going. before I do anything else. I need some water. It's not so desperate that I'm not going to boil it, but let's get some of that good water. Did one of the... I think where did the tree go? There was a giant tree trunk here, like last I left off, and it's just gone now. I don't know. Alright, let's get a batch of bronze going. I only really need 200 milliliters bronze. I don't need more, I don't think. So, let's make flawed bronze, not poor bronze, and only 200 milliliters of it. There. Perfect. And then the rest of this stuff, I'm going to start a stockpile of tin and copper right next to the crucible furnace. So that if I want to make more stuff, I can. That's the stuff. Let's see how much of my, yeah, the jerky's almost all decayed. I might as well just eat a bunch of jerky to top up my food before it goes bye-bye. I went to the effort of making it, I might as well eat it. It's gonna blight me a bit, because jerky is kind of a blighted, food source. You know, 10% contaminated or so. But I can make blight cure, in a minute. Because I live in the woods, so I live surrounded by the right mushrooms to be able to cure myself. Alright, food is full. And the next thing I drink is going to be blight cure. So, filling up the clay bowl. I'll start the bronze batch and then go forage for some mushrooms. I think I only need 1 charcoal for the bronze, I'd imagine. What am I missing? Kindling and tinder. Yeah, it was a pretty big stag, wasn't it? Oh, I'm stupid. Hauling around the clay jug with me. Alright. Yep, that's all I need. Sweet. It's melting. Can I boil a whole pot? So, this giant pot jug cannot be put into a fireplace. The biggest thing that you can get into a fireplace is these clay jugs over here. I think. You could quote me on that. I hope it's true. Stockpile. Wow, there's... How many stags are there? Holy moly. There's a stag party? Alright, let's go get some mushrooms. So the ginseng root doesn't decay. Meaning that if you want to stockpile on ginseng, it's really easy to do because it's not going to go anywhere. Whereas the spotted mushrooms do decay over time. The other important thing to note is the caps of the mushrooms will tell you how many spotted mushrooms you're going to get from the harvest. So like there's only one cap here, so I only get one. They can be between 1 and 3. So like this is 2 caps, so I'll get 2. That's enough mushrooms. Which also means when you start planting your mushrooms, that's also true. Sometimes when you plant a mushroom, you only get 1 back. Sometimes you get 3 back. So it's not always efficient to plant mushrooms. So generally when I start a mushroom farm, I'll plant a bunch of mushrooms, and then if they only yield 1, I'll pluck those first and try to replant them. Because the mushrooms can stay in the ground forever, but as soon as you pluck them, they decay. So I like to have as many triple-capped mushrooms in the ground as possible. So that, you know, when I need to unblight myself, I have plenty of material to do it. There we go. Oh, that's perfect. Like, perfect ratio first try. We'll leave the other ingredients there. I'm lazy to put them where they belong. Alright, checking back on the crucible again. Equip. No! I waited too long! So this is what happens when you wait too long. It turns into hardened bronze. I literally waited like 30 seconds too long. It turns into hardened bronze. I did lose 10 grams of bronze as a result. And I have to re-melt it in order for it to be liquid again. I guess it's a good thing to demo, like, in doing it wrong. So that you can see the process of correcting the mistake. So let's fire that back up. I think I am basically out of regular old sticks for twigs. I'm pretty low on sticks, which is a funny thing to be low on. And this time I will sit on the crucible furnace so I don't mess it up. So I'm just like remelting that nugget, losing about 10 grams. And then I'll have to make like a micro batch of copper and bronze in order to fill up the remaining nail mold, because I don't have enough material now. In fact, to that end, let's grab some more raw materials just in case I need more things to melt. So there's one of my nails, and then some of the next. Good enough. I just want enough to be able to top up the other nails mold fully. And I just needed to do it before the nails fully hardened. So the rest of this, whatever's in this crucible, I'm just gonna, like, dump, because I don't want it. I don't need it. There we go. There's the nails for the bellows. So I need to get the rest of the materials for the bellows. Which is leather and planks. Thank you for tuning in to The Last Plague Blight, which will really stream live on Twitch October 19th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below, but please keep in mind that I'm trying to avoid spoilers to not ruin this game for others. So if you could avoid spoilers, that would be great. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Blight survivors.